Hi guys, we are here in Out the Zone with ZAR the fucking star alongside Respectfully Unknown, and my guest today is OMAR Jenkins, great comedian. He performs all around the city and has amazing sketches that have gone viral and just so talented and so creative. Thank you for being here.
I appreciate that. Shit, I wasn't expecting that.
That's the nicest thing I've ever said to him.
No, for real, honestly,
and that'll be it.
That is it?
I'll take that to the grave.
I mean, it felt good for a little bit, though. It did feel good. All right.
I'll take it back.
Take it back? Wow, that's freaking crazy.
I hate making men feel happy.
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have never made me happy, really, low-key.
Okay, good.
You fucking...
Okay, so let's just start with, tell me about your, like, the beginning of your comedy career. Because I love knowing that story about people.
Of how it first started.
Yeah, how it first started.
So basically, right, I was watching, it was in the pandemic. I'm a pandemic comic. Like, we were doing the whole pandemic thing, and then I was watching this movie, right, called what's it called? Gotta get it. Notorious. It was a Conor McGregor movie. I don't know if you guys seen that before, but the Conor McGregor movie Notorious, right? And I'm thinking, cause I'm writing screenplays and shit, you know, and the thing about that is that when you write it, you don't know if you're good or not until you get it pitched, or you got to meet agents and do all that type of weird stuff. So I was just in the mix of like writing comedy for the first time. Like, I was writing drama, and I started writing comedy. So I had material written, but never had been on stage. And I'm watching the...
And it was always funny? That was just like always the thing that was funny?
No, I was writing drama before. Ooh, okay. Yeah, sure. So I was like, let me see if I can write comedy. So I wrote that.
So you're on your Tyler Perry shit.
On my Tyler Perry shit, you know, and I'm writing that. But I have the comedy set, and I'm watching the movie, and this dude's getting his fucking brains beaten and shit. And I don't know if you ever seen it, but he's getting his brains beaten, right? And I'm like, damn, he's doing this crazy shit, and I'm like afraid to get on stage. And I was like, nah, fuck that. I'm gonna just go do it. And then I was living in by the Bronx Zoo, East Tremont. And I took the train like an hour 20 down to Brooklyn, Eastville.
Yeah.
It was an Eastville mic. Signed up for the shit, and then I fucking just did it. I was like, eesh. I got a video of it too. Pretty terrible.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it felt good at first because like people were kind of, a little bit laughing, but I was like, yeah, I know I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not there.
You knew it?
Oh,
like after
yeah.
Too?
Yeah, I knew for sure. I was like, oh, well, I feel like I could get better at this. I mean, the only difference between the screenplay writing and the comedy was that the comedy gives you the instant gratification of like, is it good or not? So I was like, oh, if you could just figure out if it's good or not, then you can really get good really quick, because they'll tell you immediately if it's good. If they don't laugh, it's not good. If they laugh, it's good.
Yeah. I always compare comedy to UFC because I literally tell everyone it's just emotional UFC. That's what comedy is. Because sometimes after a show, I'm like, can someone just punch me in the face instead of that?
Oh, God.
Oh, God. You don't feel that?
No.
Okay.
No. I mean, there's definitely some shows where I get that oh, shit. Like, for instance, I had on Friday, I had 4 shows. I did great on 3 of those shows. I did great. But
Was it the last one?
The last one.
Oh, that's surprising because you know.
It's like you would think that you keep getting hotter, but nah, like, I'm a human. Like, I be getting tired at 12. Mm-hmm. I was exhausted, and I'm of course working at the same time as I'm doing the comedy. So that 11 o'clock crowd, they were, when I got off stage, I was like, what the fuck, bro? Yeah, and everybody else is like, yo, good set, bro. I'm like, nah,
no,
that's not it. That was not it.
I think everyone views their sets so differently. Like, sometimes I'll like tell people, I'm like, oh my God, that was such a good set. And they'll be like, that was like so trash. Don't even fucking talk to me. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
Oh, yeah.
I feel like we're our own like harshest critic.
100%, because we know what happened. Like, we know the word that we fucking fucked up on. Mm-hmm. We know the sentence that we said the backwards way. And then, and we also probably remember missing punchlines.
Yeah.
Especially that the person wouldn't even know that you missed.
And you know what wording that you said differently, and you know where you were like unclear on explaining something.
Super.
Yeah.
So very self-critical when it comes to it. But it's like, as you're on stage, you're like being self-critical the whole time anyway.
Yeah.
You know, you're just
Or
judging
you're
yourself.
delusional.
Yeah, or delusional, which
Yeah.
is like 90% of like everybody.
And it's crazy because you have to get a good balance because you can't be super delusional because that shit will fuck you up. I feel like that's what I struggled with in the beginning. And then after, you can't be super critical because you're just going to get in your own way.
Yeah, you gotta have a mix of
Both.
yeah, a mix of both. And I feel like honestly, if you bomb a lot, your ego, there's no way you can have an ego. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. After the 11 o'clock at Broadway on a Friday, I was like, yeah, it's time for me to go to bed. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, I can't be cocky after that. I killed 3 shows, but then that one show, I was like, fuck.
I know how you feel. There was like in the beginning, it was like just like you know, you're either on like a high or a down, or you're just like, I tell everybody this, it's either like you're on like a high, but your highs aren't even like a highs really. I feel like if it's not a low, you're kind of just, it's like getting beat by your parents. Like, you know, it's going to come. It's going to come at some point, and you're just like scared. Like you're okay for now, but you know that a punch is going to come.
Yeah. Every time. Yeah, it'll come. I mean, it could be anything too, especially in comedy.
Yeah. But during that time, like I would go home and I'd be laying down and I'm like, I should just be someone's housewife. I should just go be someone's housewife.
Yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy to do comedy. And the biggest part of the game, really, I feel like, is to stay in the game. It's like, because a lot of people are just going to fall out.
Yeah.
They're just going to fall out of the game because it's not easy.
Yeah.
You have to have a job.
Yeah.
Because you ain't going to be making no money.
Yeah.
You have to be able to get on a show every night, pretty much. So you have to be free at night, but then you have to work in the morning. So that's tough. And then, you know, that weeds them out, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, people quit. I mean, I don't know if you've ever gotten the real high from like doing really good on stage. I don't think it's possible to quit, really. I really don't think so. It's like, where else are you going to get that feeling from?
Crack.
Yeah, that got to be euphoric feeling.
But I thought that I would come to a comedy show and I would see people that are like amazing and like be so inspired. Then I would go to a comedy show and I would see people that are so talented, so amazing. But then they would literally be joking about how they took the train to come there. And I'm like, bruh, why'd you say that? Like, how am I supposed to look up to you? You don't even fucking drive a car.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, shit. I drive by choice, but a lot of comics don't do the car thing. I can see why. I mean,
okay, the city, I get it, but like, still, like at a certain point, you have to be like, how are you so talented and like successful, but then it doesn't really equate to money?
Yeah, that's the weird thing. You know,
so
I'm trying to figure that out right now. Actually, I'm trying to. It depends. Like, when does the money come? And I think it's when you like, you know, kind of monetize your stuff.
Yeah.
But honestly, there's some people who are like killers, but they ain't like driving around in limos and shit.
Yeah.
But there's like probably like people who suck and they're like balling out every weekend.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you think that your passion is the way that you make your money?
Yeah, it has to be. Because I mean, like, I don't know about you, but I'd be at work. I'd be like, oh my God, like, do you really care about this? Like, I don't care about none of this. And you have to pretend you care and shit. I was like, I
hope your boss sees this.
Imagine, oh my God, that would be horrible. Nah, I disabled my LinkedIn when I started doing comedy. That's actually another thing. If you do comedy, you might want to go by your fake name because they're going to Google you and they're going to find the videos. Luckily, my office was like, you know, they were cool peoples and they did music and stuff. So they were like down with it. And then like after I got hired, he was like, yeah, you know, I saw that joke about the gay roommate thing. It's pretty funny. I was like, oh shit, I didn't know you knew about that.
Oh my God.
Do you tell people you're a comic?
I used to. I'm proud of it, but like now when I go out, I don't tell people. Like I tell guys that like I meet that I'm like a receptionist.
Oh wow. Okay, why do you feel like they're gonna try to?
I don't know. Guys, like they love to say they love funny girls, but when it really comes down to it, they like women that shut the fuck up.
I mean, I'm in that boat too. You know what I mean?
No, they really do.
Like a nice silent. I'm just joking. Funny women. Yeah, I mean that's cool, but then you know you don't want a chick that's too funny though. You know. Because then
Why?
she's kind of cringe a little bit.
Really?
It's like, stop. You know?
Okay, well, like, I guess if you're, like, trying too hard, but if it's natural.
Yeah, for instance, like, should I say
Who are you talking about? Who the fuck are you talking about?
that? Nah, but I'm saying, like, you know, when you meet a chick and she's, like, trying to be quirky, it's like, oh, God. Lady, sit down.
I don't know. I feel like, why do we have to do that? Why do we have to, like, tend to your fucking egos?
I don't know. I think it's just a thing.
It's just a thing.
I'm just a thing. I don't know. They might have to. But, I mean, like, there are funny women's out there, like, that are just, like, in the game funny. But then to be around that all the time is, like, ugh. Like, oh, God, just relax. I remember back a long time ago.
Do you think that's a masculine trait to be funny?
No. But definitely it is something that you would need as a man, definitely.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want to be, like, not funny as a dude. That's, like, scary.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a chick. You know?
Yeah.
But there are a lot of funny chicks I've seen from doing comedy. Super funny chicks.
What comedians do you look up to? And do you think that, like, do you think your style is?
Comedian that I look up to, you know who I've been getting into lately? Not lately, but I've been watching a lot of two people. Mike Epps, watching a lot of him, cracks me up. And Sebastian Maniscalco, I've been watching a lot of him. Funny dude. You ever heard of him?
Like silly white boy humor?
No, he's like...
he's like storyteller.
No, he's like...
No?
He's jokes, and he's older. He's like 40, 50
I've seen
probably.
him. I've seen him.
Big nose.
Yeah.
Big
I've
Italian
seen him.
nose. Yeah. Funny dude. Funny fucking guy. That shit has me crying.
There's like a grid to it. So it's like storyteller, theatrical, authentic, and what's the other one? Do you know what the other one is?
Raunchy.
No, it's authentic and it's like a grid, and then you decide to see where you are in that grid.
Oh, like a graph. You're thinking
Yeah.
of. I know what you're talking about. Like the thing.
Where do you think you lie?
Me, I feel like I'm more whatever side is the side that's closest to satire. That's me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm a fan of like satire comedy. Like I like the stupidest of the stupidest shit.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like it opens up the crowd to be like, all right.
Yeah.
Then they have to give you a laugh at that. You know what I mean?
Do you like Kevin Hart, like that kind of theatrical stuff? Like,
yeah. I mean, I remember watching his special "Laugh at My Pain." That shit was fucking banger. I remember watching that and revisiting it as a comic, and then there was one time in that tape where he got 16 laughs in 1 minute. 16.
wow.
Insane. Like it was like bam, 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 bam.
What's the average laughs per minute? It's like LPS.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a New York City comic, you should not be doing under four, but it should be 6 in New York. You know, other than that, people are gonna fucking snooze on your whole shit.
Yeah.
But it's not that easy to do that. But you have to get like a lot of stage time and stuff. But for average is 6 laughs per minute.
You started in New York.
Yeah.
What's that experience like? Because everyone says that that's like insane, and people like make sure that they're like extremely well polished before they even step foot
In New
onto
York.
the land.
Well, I feel I started here, but I was also born here too. So it was like I really didn't have a choice, you know, to go anywhere else.
No,
Also.
stop. You could literally go to like, you could drive up to somewhere else. New York is an hour away from you, so easily you could go somewhere else for an hour. Like you go Philly.
Yeah, but nah. I want to go here and be in the New York City open mics. And I was an open mic fiend back in the day. Oh my God, I was a fiend. I would go to every mic. I went to 3 open mics a day for 8 months straight. And
Every day.
Every day.
Shut up.
It was a pandemic too, so imagine.
Oh, wow.
Free time. I would go to Eastville. I would go to the Producers Club. I would go to a place called Cellar 77. That place honestly took my whole fucking like I had a little bit of an ego because I'm writing jokes and I'm getting on shows on the weekends. So I was like, I'm better than these guys. Cellar 77, 7 comics sitting, not even 10 feet away from you in a row. Nobody's laughing at all. Like, you couldn't even make me laugh for nothing. I'm not laughing at you. You're not laughing at me. And you just do your set and then get off stage. And then an hour later, the 7 will go upstairs and wait for the next mic. And then we come back downstairs and do the same mic again. Yeah, you do like 6 mics in a day on that one.
That awkward walk back and everyone's staring at you like.
They don't even clap for you. They didn't even clap. No. There was no clapping.
Oh my God, that's racist.
Yeah. The host didn't go back up on stage to bring you up on stage. The host would just be sitting down and be like, all right, and we got OMAR Jenkins. And then everybody's like, woo.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was brutal.
How long was it brutal for before it got?
It never got good. It was actually terrible every time. Every time. I would do that show, that mic, before I do my weekend shows, just to, this is a bad set, and whatever is going to happen at this show is going to be different. But I would just do that. Every time I have a show, I would just destroy my confidence by going there every time and just bomb. I'm talking about, like, you could hear your swallow. That's how silent it was. I don't know if you've ever been there before.
Where?
It's First Ave, and I'm not even. It's called. It's ran by
you Americans with these numbered streets. How the fuck are you guys remembering these numbers in these streets?
Because it's a grid, you know. It goes like that. It was First and something by the water over there. It ran by some Albanian dude. Fucking good beers.
Shout out Albania.
Shout out. Yeah, he was cool. I think he was like involved in like crime and shit.
Okay, don't say that.
Oh, okay,
he was a good Muslim man. Okay.
yeah, definitely. He
was a good man.
There was some sketchy stuff going on there at nighttime. Good wings. Good wings though. The wings is bomb.
But so when did it get better?
It got better as time. You know, I was producing a show. Mm-hmm. At one time, it was me and 3 others. We doing Prohibition comedy, and during the pandemic, you know, it was illegal to do that shit, so we were still doing it. Mass meetings, like we had people in there, like 60, 80. We didn't even care. So that was fun. And then, you know, I'm starting getting more stage time in front of real people. Mm-hmm. And then I had started working as an intern at Broadway Comedy Club. And then I was able to get like a lot of shows in front of real crowds all the time. So, you know, it slowly started to get better, you know, but I had to audition to get into that.
Okay.
It's called The Industry Room. I don't know if you ever heard of it.
No, I do. I know that.
Are you going to do that? I'll be there on the day when you do it too.
Okay, come, pull up. But basically, you have to bring in 5 people to a basement. You have to really convince them that you're not trafficking them. Mm. And then...
Yeah, that's a fact. People come down in the basement at Broadway and they're like, the ticket person that sells them on the street has to walk down the steps with them and show them that it's not a scam. It's really weird.
No, it's scary. But what's it called? I know a guy who said that he paid people on TaskRabbit to be his 5 people because he doesn't.
Oh my God!
I was like, I would have came. And then he told me about his show after. I'm like, I'm so busy.
Jesus Christ, that's a good idea. I mean,
TaskRabbit. He paid everyone like $50 to show.
No, because then you have to. What about the drinks? The drinks cost.
But he paid for them. That's
a lot of money.
Yeah, he said it was like $180 total, I think.
Fuck, he could have got me and like 5 other comics out of.
No, you don't. You. They have to be paying people, no?
They back in the day, I used to get away with it though, but now they do actually. Yeah.
Yo, nowadays they're actually like butt fucking new comedians. Like,
yeah.
There's this. I saw this ad for this program where it's like a comedy camp and it's like $5,000.
Oh, who's that? Who's doing that?
Who's doing that?
$5,000?
$5,000, but they're bringing like big comedians to like, but it's like old guys and like.
Yeah, I never did a class or any of that bullshit.
Yeah.
No. Just the. I mean, the classes are good for some people, I guess, if you learn like that. But I mean, you have to do the mics. The
Yeah,
mics
you do.
are the thing. You just gotta keep bombing, really, and it's like it's kind of fun to bomb. I mean, all right, I'm not gonna lie.
Honestly, you know what it is? Naturally, apparently, a part of you kind of wants it to bomb.
Oh no! Well, shit. Well, shit.
No. It's like a natural instinct. Like you kind of want to bomb. Like you want to go so far that you're like, like you got so creative to that point.
Oh yeah, because I'm like, nah, chill. I don't like bombing at all. Like I don't like it. It happens, and I'm like not so mad. But then when it happens, I'm just like, oh, I dropped one. You fucker.
Yeah, but I feel like it's the best, like telling your friends about it after, because then it's real comedy for them.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
I just like if it happens, I go and I tell my friends about it, and then they're like dying, and I'm like, at least in a third perspective, like someone who wasn't in the room experiencing that thinks this is funny.
Yeah. Oh my god.
That moment is so funny. But just like the fact that like you're telling a joke and they don't like you
thought it was funny.
It's so funny. No, but the concept of that they're like, I fucking hate this bitch.
Oh
That's
my God.
hilarious.
Yeah, and I think it's different for women too because they probably look at you guys like, oh my god, what the fuck? Yeah, I think guys get a little bit more leeway.
Yeah.
With it. But yeah, when women suck, we'll be like, oh yeah, I knew she was terrible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But,
and then if a girl's like semi-attractive, like it's automatically kind of cringe, and then you have to fight to not be cringe to people.
yeah, because nobody wants to listen to the person that was most likely popular in high school. They don't want to listen to that. They don't want to see the person that bullied them years ago on stage, and now you're also more cool than me now.
I did a show with a guy, this fat guy, and he had his belly out during the show.
Yeah, funny. I like that.
And he was so good. And then I went up after him, and I'm like,
were you dressed up or were you wearing like your boy clothes?
I was looking cute. Back then I thought that like I cared about looking cute, but now I'm like, no, the more like shit that I look like, people can relate to me.
I feel like it should be the opposite though. Like you should be like dressed up to like the nines.
No, women like guy comedians always say this, and it's so fucking annoying. Like, no, whenever women look good, people are threatened and people don't like it. So you have to kind of balance it out, because sometimes I'll see girls that are like not that cute, but they're like dressed up in dresses and stuff. So I'm like, okay, I can wear a dress too, but I realize you have to find the balance,
Okay.
You can't be too much that like it takes away from the joke.
Medium, but sometimes
you have to be in the medium range.
You can tell when a chick is hot and she's trying to conceal it for the stage. I can see that from a mile away though. When you see she's fucking stacked up here, you feel me? She's wearing a hoodie. I'm like, just wear your regular clothes, because you are trying to be something that you literally are not. Like you are not that.
No.
Trying to hide shit.
Guys don't get it.
I probably.
Guys don't get it.
But, I feel like to be yourself, you don't want to be looking like, oh, I have to dress like this to come off as this.
You can't, because everyone hates women.
Yeah, especially. I'm joking.
No denial at all.
No,
we fucking hate you guys.
I feel like women comics hate women more than male comics hate women. I swear to God.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know. You guys all hate each other.
No, I don't hate anybody.
Yeah, but there's a lot,
I don't hate anybody, honestly. I don't really have anything bad to say about any other women. Especially, you know what I find the wackest shit in the fucking world? When older female comedians talk shit about women that are younger than them. That's like the most cringiest, most fucked up shit ever. Because I would never look at a girl younger than me and ever talk shit, because I'm like, she doesn't know any better,
You're the old dog and she's fucking.
Like, why are you're supposed to know better, because when you were at that point and when people would take advantage of you.
Oh, like what do you mean taking advantage of?
Just like in general, like men take advantage of younger women and they're
in
more
comedy.
vulnerable. In general, like in all jobs, every single job that you have, you can't hide from men being inappropriate.
Like what type of inappropriate? No, I mean I don't know. Shit, I'm clean as can be. But you, like, what have you experienced that's been like, weirdly sexual with male comic types?
This is confession moment.
Yeah, just do it.
I tried comedy in a niqab.
What's that?
Niqab, like where only your eyes are showing.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, you didn't send me the video, but I want to see that. Okay. I've never seen a comic wear that on stage before.
I know. I wanted to be the first one.
Yeah, you were the first one for sure.
Probably. But I wanted to try get creative and stuff like that. And like, I was like, who knows? Maybe I might wear a niqab one day. And the happiest time ever is on stage. So I want to try it in that.
I think it's cool. I think it's like definitely different.
This guy told me I went up and then I went down. And then this guy, he was telling me that like, honestly, the like girls wearing a niqab, there's just so much mystery to it. It just makes my dick so hard.
He told you that straight to your face?
Straight to my two eyes that
What
only he could
the
see. He could only see my two eyes and he was still disrespecting them. He can't see anything else.
Wow.
And then when I went on stage in the niqab, oh wait, no, I was sitting down in the audience first, okay? And he went up and he knew me, we're cool or whatever. And then he was pointing at me like, he was looking at the audience and he's like, you guys see this? You guys see, like, clowning me, okay?
As you're on stage?
No, I'm not on stage. I'm in the audience. I'm up next.
You guys see this chick and he's on
like,
stage.
You see this chick? And she's like, niqab. Like, I feel like I have to explain it to you Americans. But yeah, he's like, you guys see this chick? You guys see this chick? And then,
and what were you saying?
I wasn't saying anything. I was just kept quiet.
And is everybody else laughing, or are they like?
No, they were so uncomfortable. And then I went up on stage, and I went up on stage. Obviously, said like a John Cena joke.
Okay.
And then
can't see me. All right.
And then the audience, they're like, hey, do you know that guy who went up? And I do know him. And I was like, no, I don't know him. I was like, how fucked up was that? You guys experienced my everyday.
Oh my God. Yeah, you got a lot of balls going up there like that. Because open mic comics are, if you're open micer, you don't know what's funny yet. So he really was honestly just trying to make people laugh. But then sometimes what people think is funny is like so much not funny. But he learned from that probably.
Yeah,
so you helped him learn.
It was fine. I told him about it after and he was like, did you really tell them you don't know me? And I'm like, yep. And he's just like, you fucking bitch. And then they're walking by and they hear him say that. And I'm like,
wow. Yeah, he was bold. I might know, who's this guy? What's his name?
No.
Say his name.
He's nice. He's nice. He's great. His name is Stefan. Shout out Stefan.
Stefan. That's my middle name, actually.
Is it?
It is.
Omar Stefan.
Yeah, Stefan.
That sounds like a fucking fake ID.
It is a fake ID name.
That sounds like the, what's that shit called? The guy who had that fake ID? That notorious one. McLovin, where he's like, actually the most popular name is Muhammad.
Oh, God. Was that in Canada they filmed that shit?
No, that was in California.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Oh, but the actors are Canadian though, right?
Yeah, but you have a Muslim name. Like, how does that work in this country?
I mean, it works well. I mean, I guess. It's been, my father's Muslim, and he's like the black Muslim, from like back in the day.
I didn't think he was any other color.
No, he's black. He's light skinned though, but he's black. He's black. He was doing that. And your mom
isn't Muslim?
No, she's not. She's Christian.
She's okay with going to hell? She's okay with the white man's God?
Oh shit. Yo, man, I'm gonna just show her this. I'm like, yo, look. They're separate.
Brother,
different.
You need to guide her to the right path.
To the path. They're chill with each other. My brother's name is Hassan too.
Oh wow.
Yeah. We all have Muslim names except for my dad.
You guys are having like so much trouble at TSA.
Yeah. No, I'm surprisingly not. When I was actually on tour with Adam. So his name is Adam Hamada, but my shit is So if you see both the names together, it's like but yo, he definitely got pulled aside a few times.
Oh my God.
He got pulled aside. It was kind of racist too, because I was like, damn. They
You're
went
like
through,
happy you're darker. You're like,
whoa, shit! I'm happy they didn't throw out my shampoo. That was fucking. They was trying to throw everything out. Oh my God! But he definitely got pulled aside a few times.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is racist.
Omar toured around Europe, which is great. What's the comedy like out there?
Well, the European comics are way worse than us. Like terrible, actually. But there were like a few funny ones. But for the most part, I was like, wow, you guys suck ass. Like
what
really
made
bad.
them suck and what made the good ones good?
Like the amount of jokes and people laughing. It was like terrible. It was like, but there were some cool people that told some funny jokes. But damn, there were some bad ones in there. I was like, gosh, damn, I don't know how you do this.
Yeah.
But it was fun though, for me. I had some fun in there. I was doing 30-minute sets. I did my first 30-minute set at where was it? In France. I did my first 30-minute set. And I'm thinking, do they speak English? They do. They do. They're so cool. And then I did like 4 or 5 more 30-minute sets. The worst one was in Barcelona. I don't know what it is, but once you pass by Amsterdam, they get real PC. Like,
Really?
yeah, super
Brooklyn.
PC. Yeah, I mean, because I was just saying stuff that but then like, I should have known when I was in Germany. I was with a few comics, and we're having a conversation. We're walking through the streets, and the dude's talking about his girlfriend. And he's like, yeah, my girl lives over here, and I live over here. And the chick was like, oh, we calling her your girl because she's like some little puppy that follows you around? I was like, what are you talking about? What is going on here? Mad PC, super PCs.
I feel like people love being victims nowadays.
Yeah.
They actually do.
Especially the white blonde chick. She was a white blonde chick. I'm like, bro, shut up. First off, like it was so awkward. They were actually a little bit condescending over there. They were talking about that it's a rite of passage for you to read a book called The Alchemist. Have you ever read a book called The
Yeah,
Alchemist?
I have.
Oh shit. Well, okay then. Well,
It's a rite of passage.
that's what they were saying. You read it? What the fuck? What is it about?
It's about a guy's journey. Honestly, mid book. No,
Is it mid book?
it's good, but it's like I feel like people hyped it up so much. I read another book by that same author, which was better, and
Yeah.
it's like it was about like a Christian sect, but they believe that Mary was God.
Oh, that's
That
impossible.
was a good book. Down by the Riviera, I Wept by Paulo Coelho.
I mean,
That one was good.
was this a high school that you read this?
No, I read it like last year.
Oh, well, I don't know. They were just being condescending. I was like, bro, I didn't
I
read
actually
that.
read The Alchemist like today last year.
Today last year.
That's so
Holy
weird.
crap.
I was looking at my memories, but they were saying it's a rite of passage.
A rite
to
of
read that
passage, and everybody like real condescending about the stuff. And I'm like, all
book. They
right.
just want to let you know they read.
Yeah, exactly. That's what they were trying to do.
That's what they were. trying to do.
Also, they were a little bit weird about, we went to a restaurant, right? And the portions over here versus the portions in Germany is not the same. So I ate, and I'm like, bro, I'm still hungry.
Yeah. You
So I
guys
just
are
ordered
fucked.
another one. I ordered another. It was a kebab.
Yeah.
And then they're like, yo, God, this guy can really put it down. I was like, but come on. I'm hungry. You guys, little thin ass, the kebabs.
They're used to like the famine and the Great Depression.
I don't know. They were weird over there. They were fun, though. I mean, there's no clubs to go to. They only had sex clubs, like sex clubs. I swear to everything. You can't even get into a club without
they just
wearing.
get to the point.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. To get to the point in the club, like you can only go in there wearing leather. I don't own leather, so I wasn't even going out really.
You wear a leather do-rag.
Just that alone, just
No clothes.
butt naked. That's it. I smuggled weed from Amsterdam into Germany,
Oh.
so I had to do that instead of going out to the parties and shit. But I was smoking weed on the street in Germany, and a lady looked at me like I was smoking crack in her face. Like she was looking like, ew, like what is that? What? She had a baby too, and she was like, I was like, come
my
on,
God.
calm down.
Give the baby some.
Give a little baby some, little German baby some.
Yeah.
Fucking.
But what do you think, you would say to somebody, like, if they're, like, their first day starting out comedy?
First day starting out comedy, just keep going to mics. Just keep going to mics. That's pretty much all you can do. Because, I mean, it's not only the fact of that the mics aren't fun to do. They aren't fun. But the people who you're at the mics with are going to be the people who you're around a few years from now. And then you guys will just have those memories,
It's like high school.
Yeah, it's like
freshman year.
Exactly. It's like those are the people that whoever you're around now are the people you're going to be with years from now. And then you'll just
unless
have.
they quit.
Yeah. And then that's where the thing comes in with the people who aren't respected and people who are respected. Like, for instance, it's almost like you're just getting humiliated on purpose and that you have those bad times, like the trauma bond of the mics, you know, it'll really bring you close for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like my closest friendships are people that I used to work with, and we were just like traumatized by the same managers.
Yeah, but you guys are tight though, you know.
Yeah.
You could trust each other because it's you versus the thing.
Yeah.
Versus like, say if somebody's doing comedy, they haven't done no mics and they're just getting on shows, people are gonna be like, nah, you wasn't shooting with me in the gym. You wasn't, you know, you wasn't there.
Yeah.
You skipped that whole part, and then you could also tell.
Yeah.
Because they have literally no jokes.
How long do you think you should do it for? As long as you need? Or?
As long as possible. I mean, why stop, really?
Will you stop?
No, I'll be fucking 40 years old, pot belly, gray hair. I'm
Shut the
doing
fuck
it.
up. No, you won't.
I will do it. I will do it. I will do comedy because it's like, what else are you going to do?
Yeah. That's how you know
not?
you really love it. Like, I'll do that shit to 2 people. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, yeah, 2 people.
You guys will hear it.
That's actually really important. That's what I learned from the mics, actually. Because in the pandemic, you know, it was like scarce.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of mics, not a lot of shows. I remember one time I was on a corner in Queens, up like wherever the fuck. And I'm on a milk crate, and I had a little microphone box and a microphone. So it was protecting the sound and stuff. And it was a mic, you know, and then pretty much everybody left. Like the whole mic left, except for the host. He was just sitting there. So he goes to drink a beer, so now I'm alone, right? It starts getting dark outside. So I would just wait for people to pass by and be like, hey, you want to watch my set real quick? And then they'll be like, yeah, all right. And then they'll sit down, I'll do my set for them, and they'll be like, all right, that was good. And then they'll just walk away. So I was doing that for a little bit. They'll walk by. Basketball dudes, they're playing basketball. Oh, yeah, I want to sit down real quick. They'll sit down, do the set, wait for a nice old lady with a shopping cart. Hey, sit down real quick. Do my set, and then until the dude came up to me, he was like, yo, can I get my speaker back? I was like, oh, my fault, bro. I gave it to you. My fault.
My first time barking ever, I went to a basketball court. Like, it was like an outdoor basketball court in like the park. And I was like, hey, guys. Hey, do you guys want to come watch my comedy show? They all stopped the game. They're coming and talking to me. They're like, yeah, for sure, we'll come.
Yeah.
And then I went back to the show. I'm like 15 guys said that they were going to come to the game.
I know. I mean, they would have had to buy that 2-drink minimum. Shit, you'd have to pay
but
Kim
in Canada, it's
Kardashian.
not like that. In Canada, there's no 2-drink.
Oh, you're doing it. Oh, wait. So how do you guys get people to pay for their drinks?
You don't. You buy it or you don't buy it. This is why I can't. Yeah.
So you just sit down and watch a show?
You just sit down and watch the show.
Yeah. That's a little bit weird.
There's no 2-drink minimum. Like America's the first time I've heard of it.
Yeah, no, it's strict over here.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, they don't play about that 2-drink minimum.
And then people love to be like, what?
Why? Why do we have to do this? Because, you know.
Yeah, because, okay, so you go to like a club, the like when people pay, what's that thing? I don't even know. I've never paid for a club.
Gratuity?
If I have to pay for a club, I'm going home.
What do you mean?
Like, you know when people pay to get into like a club, like a regular club, not a comedy club?
Like a ticket?
A cover.
Yeah.
That shit's usually like $60 to $70. So like that evens out those 2 drinks or whatever. So they're not hounding you to buy 2 drinks, you know, because the cover is expensive. So it equals out at comedy clubs when they ask for the 2-drink minimum. So then they're making, you know.
They make some money.
Yeah.
So you're telling me you've never been to a club where you haven't gotten in without the cover?
I wouldn't go home. I would never pay money to go to a club.
Oh, because it's not like $60.
Pray to God. I will pray to God.
Oh shit! What is that like for like fat chicks or something like that?
Future?
Yeah.
No. Fat chicks will get into clubs. Just depends where, you know.
Yeah, if it's like
Harlem.
a fat community of people already at the club, you feel like.
Like, shut up. Do you like fat? Have you ever been with a fat chick?
I have.
Fat
It was actually terrible. It was so bad. It was so bad. I did it. It was years ago because everybody's like, "Yo, big girls are the best. Big girls are the best." I'm like,
Jamaican guys love big white girls.
That's what I'm saying. I'm listening to Jamaican dudes telling me this. By the way, I'm listening to them.
How did I know?
So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna try this, right? So I find one.
How big though?
She was huge. Huge. Like I'm talking about, she's big. Then I'm like, but not like big, but like big for me.
I don't even know what the fuck that means. Like you're going big to. What?
All right, so like I don't know how much she must have weighed, but she was like, you know how skinny I am, so imagine she was like medium, about to be large fat. Like, all right, about to cross the border.
Oh my God.
Like you did. Whatchamacallit? She was big, right? And then I went to her house, and that was disgusting.
Was it hoarder vibes?
It was a bad house. It was a bad house.
Oh.
I was riding a motorcycle at the time, so I rode there, and then like I had smashed, and then I was like super scared that she was gonna take the old joint and turkey baster her shit, and like, you know what I mean?
Oh, like use the condom?
Yes, I was
What
like
is she
super.
gonna do with that?
I don't know, like put it inside her.
Get like 5 light skinned kids jailing.
Yeah, no,
jailing.
but she was black. She was black. But then
Oh,
I
she
was
was black?
like, yeah, she's black.
Oh,
so I was
I thought
like,
it was a white girl.
No.
Oh.
I'm done with that.
Oh, you've
But-
never been with a big white girl?
No, I don't like the big ones anymore.
I was at this mall one time, shout out STC, and there was like this big white girl, and there was like 5 black guys with her, and they're all holding bags.
Ew.
Like, is someone gonna tell her?
Oh no.
I know, I felt so bad.
But how big though?
She looked pretty big.
Like big like you or like?
What?
Nah, I'm fucking with you. No, what's the
literally
biggest
can't
you
even
have
be
you
true.
ever gotten fat before?
Have I ever gotten fat?
Yeah,
I like myself bigger.
but like how big?
I don't know. No one in my family's ever been fat.
Yeah, me either. I don't got that
Yeah.
in me. Yeah. But imagine if you were fat though, that'd be crazy.
I think I would rock it.
People would like you. People would think you're more funnier for sure.
I know sometimes I see ugly girls doing comedy. I'm like, you don't know how easy you have it.
Oh shit.
You don't know how easy.
No, I like a nice ugly chick on stage is the best. I'm like, hell yeah, you are fucking funny.
Yeah, but then they see you out in the real world and they're like, you don't know how easy you have it.
Oh wow.
I'm kidding. I'm just joking. It's not that easy.
What
It's not that
for?
easy being so fucking beautiful.
Yeah. I know. No.
But
Who's the ugliest female comic you know? Say it.
shut the fuck up.
Say it right now. So
Amy
what about that
Schumer,
chick
fuck
you
that
were?
fat ass, ugly ass bitch.
What about the chick you was beefing with?
Oh my god.
What's her name? What was that story?
No.
Talk about her big ass. So she's big though. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm not even gonna give her. Okay, so this is what I don't get. Like, if you're a much older, like, woman in any industry, why would you ever pick on a woman younger than you? That's like whack behavior.
She was huge.
So I tore into her, and then basically I had like these jokes that I wanted to say about it because it was just like, it's just fun. I love roasting people, and it's no shade. Like, I'm not even angry with her or anything. Like, I was just like, I needed content, and I was like,
Easy.
she did me a favor. Thanks, bitch.
Yeah,
Like,
no, it
love
was
her.
easy. Yeah, she was actually huge. I was like, damn, like you really got some confidence.
Yeah, some girl basically went, was answering stories on her Instagram, literally not even relevant enough to. And someone said that I was their favorite female comedian, and she was like, like shady laughter. And then, someone sent me that, and I was like, okay, let's cook.
Yeah, I mean that's an easy content for you right there.
How did you start? Like, when did you start getting consistent with posting?
Well, it was around the time when I had a video. There was a joke that I had posted that somebody filmed for me, and I had posted it, and it was like up there for 28 days, right? Like I'm talking about, I had 1,000 views, right? So on like the 29th day, my phone is going ballistics, right? So I'm thinking like somebody's texting me repeatedly. I open up the shit, and that shit had like 122,000. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? Like likes and comments and all type of shit. So I'm like, I'm reading it. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Right? So then by the time I wake up in the morning, it was like 4 a.m. I wake up at like, for work, and that shit was at like 200 something, and it's like going fast. So I'm like, damn, I need the camera. Like, so I had to buy the camera. Luckily I found one. And then from there on, I was trying to catch on to that wave of that video, you know? So I was doing like 2 a week religiously. Yeah, I was dedicated to the craft. On the stand-up comedy posting shit, I was dedicated. 2 a week, and then they would get like, it also the same, 1,000, and then 2 weeks later, 10 to something thousand. But then I'll post another good one, which is my biggest one, which is the bipolar girlfriend bit. I posted that one, right? I'm editing it. I'm like, oh yeah, it's over.
Yeah.
I drop it, and that shit hit like 1 milli on the comedy clip. And she had like, what, 700 some thousand likes. And I was like, okay, now I have to really hone in and keep doing the comedy thing. And then, just posting. From there, I slowed down for sure because I'm like, I could do the sketches now. But for the most part, I was doing 2 a week, every week, and also optimizing my page and all that stuff for it, which is what I do for a business too. I'll be helping people post reels. Like I edit podcast clips, all of that stuff. I'm pretty good with it.
OMAR for edits.
Get at me for the edits. Well, not right now because I got a guy, but soon in the future.
Yeah. But I feel like once you see your potential, you just like start to get addicted.
Yeah, you do.
And then like people, how do you get over that cringe thing? I feel like that's the number one problem that people have with posting. They feel cringe and they don't know how to get over that. Like, how do you get past that? And then when you get past that, how do you stay consistent throughout that?
Yeah, I was like that in the beginning when I was posting stuff. But then in my head, I don't think of it as, this is cringe, I won't post it. I'm more thinking of the next video that I put out is just going to be a little bit better than this one.
Yeah.
And then it's all about people say, oh, quality clips. No, it's about quantity of clips. How many can you put out at the same time, at the same enjoyment level that the person watches it at?
Yeah.
And I was just thinking of it like that. Okay, the next one, I'm going to make it. I'm going to do this. The next one, I'm going to add this to it. The next one. And then pretty much, I would say if your page is starting from like 1,000 followers or like 2,000 followers, you just keep posting until you get to 40 clips after making the video better every time, one time. After 40, people usually get like the 100Ks and the 10Ks and the 200Ks and stuff like that.
Yeah. Your most like viral clips and like the ones that I find the funniest are like the Eric Adams.
You like the Eric Adams one?
You're able to like promote him so well. Like Eric Adams, he's a club promoter before he's a mayor.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, New York City's best club promoter. But how did you get the idea of making those kinds of videos?
Well, we were looking for sketch ideas. And I think that he says some things that are so fucking hilarious.
Like what?
I don't know if you've seen the one where he's talking about how the prostitution has gone up in New York City since the migrants have come. And then he's almost looking like, well, where are they at though? You know what I mean? You didn't see that one? There's so many videos of him. So we made a video on that. So whatever he does, we were just like, yo. And I thought it would be pretty funny just to make fun of like how stupid it is to bring the migrants here and all that good stuff. So we're doing that with the jokes through comedy, and then people related for sure.
And then the basketball coach.
The basketball coach one.
You were telling me that you guys weren't even going to film that one.
Yeah, we weren't.
And that one got to like 27 million. That one's hilarious.
That was the one. Yeah, that was a good one. We weren't going to film it because we had very low production. We had a cameraman. And that's it. We didn't even have the whistle. There was no whistle.
No, there was a whistle in the beginning.
Yeah, we had to go get the whistle in the middle of shooting. We're like, oh shit, the whistle. Yeah, and pretty much we're supposed to have a basketball team of people, but then 6 people didn't show up. So we're panicking. We're like, I ain't gonna lie. Before we shot that video, I was at my ex-girlfriend's house and we were doing Molly the night before.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I was already dehydrated. I would pull up to the basketball court. I got cooked in ball. Fucking.
You guys actually played?
Yeah, we was playing because we was waiting for people to come because everybody was like, yo, I can't make it. I'm like, fuck me.
It just reminds me of like Bobby Shmurda saying that one song was filmed in a box.
Was it? Yeah, it was pretty much like very low production. Nobody pulled up. We only had 1 gallon of water between 6 men. And I'm talking about we were just down in it like that. We're passing it. Especially me because I was like dehydrated from the Molly.
How is the writing thing? Like, how do you guys write? And like, what's your writing ritual?
Writing ritual, we'll probably meet up or do it over the phone. But like pretty much during the week, I'm like trying to get a sketch idea. Like in my head, I'm like thinking, and I got a few right now, which is going to be sick. But basically, yeah, I'll be like, you have an idea, he has an idea, we'll come to and be like, all right, ready, 1, 2, 3, and then we'll just go. Just start writing it. And pretty much it's like writing stand-up. The jokes that we don't put in our set or some shit like that, like a D-class joke that gets a D laugh, you put it in a sketch, it's going to get an A laugh, you know, because you're able to paint the picture a little bit more. So we'll do stuff like that. So basically, we're just trying to put as many jokes as humanly possible into it. And then from there, it's just making sure we don't got too many jokes, and then making sure that the story makes sense, and following the format of previous successful videos that we've had already. So that way we can just replicate that and get into it.
I also feel like this generation, it's like very much so like, what's the word? Low attention span.
Yeah.
So you have to like bang, bang, bang. Like,
yes.
you know?
Yeah. Immediately when you making a comedy clip or any type of clip online, I specialize in this. If you're making any clip online, the first 3 seconds has to tickle their fancy. Like it has to be intriguing, or it just has to keep their attention. And then
it needs to be something crazy, or like at least that funny.
Exactly,
part.
crazy. And there's like multiple hooks that you can do. So you can have, so for instance, I've seen this one happen so many times. It's a podcast, hot chick, intriguing statement, and great quality. And then they also got bright captions. You know, I like the bright captions. So all of that together, you know, is a hook. You know, so you're always looking for the hook within the first 3 seconds of the video to get you to have that watch time, and which is what they care about. Instagram.
One thing I realized for me was that at first when I kind of cared about what people thought, and I would be like posting and I'm like, oh, like I kind of have that like risky feeling. I was like, okay, I'm going to lean into this some more. And then every time I posted something and I felt that feeling, it always like worked out for me.
Every time it does.
Every time. So then now like whenever like I post something, I've kind of just desensitized myself to that.
Yeah.
And I think being addicted to that helps so much. But then also you don't want to go too far with it.
Yeah, you don't want to be the guy posting 6 comedy reels a week, you know, and them just all suck. But you want to have like a balance between it for sure. And then also, you know, in the beginning you'll feel like that anyway. You know, I have videos that I posted like from way back. And like I was like, yo, I watched them shits and I'm like, oh my God, like I was terrible. And this was the best that I had at the moment. Like I had recorded it and I was like, yo, I got a clip, let's go. Versus now looking at that shit, I like want to tear my ears off.
What is your process of like watching your stuff?
Oh.
Was it hard for you to get into that and doing that?
I don't do that.
You don't watch your own sets?
I don't watch my own sets.
Really?
No, not at all. Like back when I was doing more comedy clips, I would have to, but now I'm more, you know, because it pretty much goes the same way every time. So I have an average way that it goes. So I don't really have to like listen to, okay, what does it happen there? What does it happen there? And pretty
you don't
much.
think it's crucial to look and to see?
Yeah, but then at the same time, it's good to look. Like I'll do it on specific jokes. Like say it's a new joke, and I want to hear why it's not working now versus it was working before then. That's when I'll listen to it and be like, okay, that's what I said. But then not me listening to the whole set, because there's no way your brain's gonna be like, okay, yeah, you gotta stop here and then you gotta do this here now. And then of course, if you do like 4 spots in a night, you're dealing with 4 different crowds. So how are you gonna tailor your set to this crowd that had all people from fucking Uruguay? You know, they're all from somewhere else.
Yeah.
Or this show where there was like a handicapped person next to the ramp, so now people can't use the bathroom, and now people are pissed off in the front row. You know what I mean? Like it's like so many factors that could be in there. There was a fight earlier.
Yeah.
You know, so
I did a show recently where there was a deaf girl. Oh, you saw.
Oh,
There was
yeah.
a deaf girl in the crowd, and then there was like these 2 guys, and they were just talking to each other the whole time, and I was like, "Are you guys gay? Like, what are you guys talking about?"
yeah. Oh, you went there.
And
She
then
went there.
pulled out the slur and everything. And then what's his face? He's like, no, he doesn't know English. I'm translating.
Oh, but why are you at a comedy show if you don't
Right?
know English?
Right?
No,
but like, I'm like, what are these fucking barkers doing?
yeah.
I was like,
Honestly,
can you guys get like a not deaf girl and a fucking someone that knows English? But like, beggars can't be choosers.
I feel you. No, the barkers, they don't care. I work at a tourist club, usually. I work at a tourist club, and then you run into that a lot. So there will be a guy who's in the front row who does not speak any type of English, and he's translating. It's happened to me at least 6-7 times already.
Oh my God, one time I was doing a show and it was like, there was like 2 people and my girl, she was Ubering and she was on her way and I told her that there was 2 people. So she's like, okay, I'm going to get the Uber driver to come. And then she told the Uber driver that she's going
To come to the show?
To come to the show. She told Kinsell, she told the Uber driver that she's going to set him up with me, like dating. And he pulled up to the show and got the ticket, and then he's there for the, and I'm like, this is so sad. Like, I can't find a man. She's bringing a guy to the comedy show, and he's literally sitting there, and he's like, oh, hey, how are you? And I'm
This
like,
is my new future wife right here. Okay.
I was like, oh my God.
Was it a yellow cab or Uber?
It was, no, it was a regular Uber.
Oh, okay, so he's all right.
Yeah. Okay, to wrap it up, what do you think is something that you
I never wrap it up. I'm
No.
you.
This is why there's that stat about Americans that like 1 in every 4 Americans has an STD.
Oh yeah, is that it?
Yeah.
Oh
that
shit.
is 1 in every.
You ever got an STD? No, I've never.
Not in America.
Oh wow.
So it never happened.
Wait, did you get an STD in Canada?
Okay, I made him wait. It wasn't an STD. Okay, it's an STI. It's treatable.
That's an STD.
And shut the fuck. Have you ever had an STI?
Never in my life.
Shut the fuck up. You've never had an STI.
I've never had a cold sore in my whole life ever.
You've never had an STI?
Never.
Okay, well, this guy, I waited 6 months to have sex with him, okay? Like, waited 6 months. And then also, he was like the best Quran reader in our mosque.
Oh, shit. Okay, so he's killing it.
He was.
Yeah,
He was going in, like,
it
was so good. So I thought, this guy, I don't have to use protection on him. Allah's protecting me.
But then what did you get?
I'm not talking about it. It's curable. It's treated.
Was it chlamydia? You got chlamydia?
No, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You're actually such a piece of shit.
Wait, did it burn?
No, it didn't burn. No, it didn't burn.
No, that's crazy.
Yeah, but like he was so religious, and like girls get it from their boyfriends because then their mans are like cheating.
Wait, so if he's like super religious and he's reciting the Quran and all that, how does he have chlamydia? You know how much crazy you got to be going to get chlamydia?
I don't know. And then what's it called? Like I was loyal to him too, and whatever. Okay, let's wrap this.
Let's wrap it up. Yeah, you got to wrap it up for sure. My goodness.
And you're actually the hoe out here. You're actually the slut. Between the two of us, you're the slut. Like, I actually need to feel love to have sex with somebody. Like,
I mean, I got a lot of love to give.
Okay.
Yeah, I was kidding.
Last thing. What do you think you would... I cannot believe you just...
No, my bad. I didn't know you got an actual STD before.
It's not an STD. It's an STI.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. One time, I got strep throat. Is that an STI?
You're disgusting.
Is it? No, it's not. It's not.
I think that, and you had to take like the antibiotics.
No, God, I made out with a chick after a show, and then yeah, she told me she had strep throat, and then I had strep
brothers.
Throat. Is that? Yeah, I've seen that video before.
Oh yeah. Ooh, brothers.
Yeah.
But they're coming to get you in your strep throat. Okay, if you were to say something to yourself, like at the start of doing comedy, what would you tell yourself?
That's a good question. I wasn't expecting you to ask me some shit.
I went from like disgusting to
sweet. To straight up. I would have told myself not to make out with that chick after the show at the bus stop by Eastville at nighttime. It was crazy. It was bad. I've also bombed in front of her too, and then got strep throat after.
That was it.
We was making fun of her a lot.
Okay, no, it's something meaningful you would actually say to yourself. To like get yourself going.
I don't know. I mean, I guess. Can you ask me a less gay question? Like that was super gay.
Okay, what I would say to myself is, don't trust these fucking hoes. because they're all fucking backstabbers.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. I think one thing I would say to myself is
it's hard. It's a hard question.
don't get too close to anybody.
Yeah.
Any industry.
Yeah, especially this one. I mean, for girls, it's probably
don't
different.
Don't get too close to anybody.
Yeah, dudes be
And
on that gay stuff.
Focus on yourself.
Hell yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, I'll say, I look at comedy as I'm just walking, you know, going towards the thing, and then every day is like a step.
Yeah.
I guess. But then, just.
Okay, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in to Respectfully Unknown. This has been ZAR the fucking star and
Omar Jenkins on Instagram.
And shout out Lucali's Pizza in Brooklyn, best pizza in New York City, and have a great night.